Built to go off-road and nice and lightweight, coming in right around 3,700 pounds. This is the Outback OBX 17BH. And here's what's cool about this one, is that it's a GVWR of right around 5,000 pounds. Even if you load this thing up, you put 1,200 pounds in it, you can still tow this with a lot of mid-size SUVs. If we kind of take a look over on the camp side, you will see the kitchen. This one has a thermal-formed countertop, which is going to be a nice upgrade from our normal just T-mold, right? Not quite as nice as solid surface, but it is lighter weight, which is important in a lightweight coach. You also see the square undermount stainless steel bowl, high-rise pull-out faucet, and 3-burner recessed cooktop, which is honestly pretty surprising because most RVs this size would only have 2 and generally get a composite sink. It's just we're going to see a lot of that as we go throughout this coach, right? It's just a lot of nice touches, some upgrades that you normally don't find in an RV this size, which I certainly appreciate. You'll also actually get an oven, right? Something else that a lot of RVs this size forego. You have storage right down underneath, nice deep drawer there, plus additional storage here. The little tip out here, obviously, because of the sink, so you can't have a lot of storage there. Direct vent furnace is all you're going to need in an RV this size. It will definitely keep things nice and toasty. Your windows are going to be like a thermoplastic. We can see that when we go outside. It's used in a lot of European RVs. We're starting to see a lot of lightweight RVs kind of switch to that too. And even some 4-season RVs like Lance actually uses them as well, which is pretty impressive. You also see that it has day and night shades built in, right? So you can kind of have an option here. So you have the day shade, the night shade. You can split this just like so and actually tilt the window out. But again, you can have the screen if you so choose. So you just have a lot of functionality in these windows as well. Kind of getting into the rest of the kitchen space, microwave up top. You have a 4.3 cubic foot 12-volt fridge right here. Of course, right down below is going to be our fuse panel. Then our controls will actually be located right over here. You'll see that this one does come with a tankless water heater, so you have on-demand unlimited hot water. You can see our light dimmer right there, which is great. And then this one does come with tank heaters, which is really, really awesome. Again, especially if you're planning on going on some of those adventures like late fall. The lights I really enjoy. They're going to be these strip lights. And as I mentioned, those are going to be dimmable, which is another just extra cool feature to have. Let's kind of take a look up front. We'll make our way back to the bathroom. So something that I really, really do like is the TV. The reason being, this is a 12-volt TV. It's something you oftentimes don't get. It's definitely going to be more expensive being a 12-volt, but this means that when you are on your adventures, because again, this is built to kind of go off-road, that path less traveled, you'll just be able to run this on the battery. You don't have to have a generator. You don't have to have shore power. 32 inch is great, so you can see it from the TV. You can swing it out, be able to watch it from the dinette as well. They have the bed here, of course, with great storage underneath. And you see you have a bank of 4 drawers, the bottom 2, again, being a little bit deeper. And you have additional storage right up top. I'll open that up so you can kind of see down in there. It's nice and deep. Now, I do kind of have a gripe. This is the one, like, probably if I have one complaint about this RV, and this is so minor, but this is it. I hate how they just kind of put this on top. Like, I feel like as far as the fit and finish, everything is really nice in here, but they could have had this, I don't know, like line up a little bit better, drop this down a little. I don't understand why it had to sit on top. I just don't like the look of it. Kind of has a weird overhang. I don't know, just me, just being very, very picky. We will see power towers built into both sides, which are really nice. The top is a wireless charger, so if it's down, you just want to set your phone on it, you can. But as you can see, you also have the 120 as well as USB-A and USB-C on here. Now, granted, again, if you're just running off batteries, it'll just be these two unless you upgrade your solar system and get an inverter built in, because then you can actually plug stuff into the 110. But again, that just depends on how much you want to get into the solar, how much additional you want to spend there. But that is an awesome system. And there are a lot of inverted outlets all the way throughout. Across the top is going to be additional storage. I do like the glass inserts. I think they're stylish. They look really nice. Big window here at the dinette. Same style that we've seen on all the other windows as far as your day and night shades are concerned. You will also see that you have a dinette, so you have a place to be able to sit and eat. This does drop down into a smaller bed. Or, you know, if you have like a pack and play, I've done that when my kids were little, dropped the dinette down, put the pack and play right up here. Just bear in mind that you do not want to do that if they're able to crawl out for obvious reasons. We want to make sure everyone's safe. That'll just be a bigger fall. Definitely not something you want to have happen, but as long as they're staying in the pack and play, that's a great option. Again, we talk about inverted outlets and anytime you see this sticker in the coach, that just shows that if you get that inverter, the outlet is already pre-wired for it. Now, this is meant to be a family RV, right? Which is one of the things I like so much about it. And you have 300-pound weight capacity bunks back here. So even as an adult, I can still fit in here, which is pretty great. Again, I have another outlet there, some additional storage underneath, and you have a door so we can open that door. This bunk actually folds up, so you have great additional storage space right back here. Now, as far as size, I'll crawl in here just kind of to show you. At 6 foot tall, I can actually lay down in here. So like I said, at 300-pound weight capacity, I can lay down. That is pretty impressive. We have lights, both top and bottom, and as I mentioned, you have the electrical outlets right there. This is hanging down just to remind me that you do have a roof-mounted AC. This is actually super impressive. The Fury and Chill is at 18,000 BTU. That is so much cooling power in an RV this size that even on the hottest of days, you should be pretty darn comfortable. And coming into the bathroom, this is smart design, and I'll show you why in just a second. So take a seat right here, an actual porcelain bowl. I love that in a lightweight RV, they upgraded the toilet to porcelain just because it's so much easier to keep clean. I have great leg room, excellent shoulder space, but this is so smart. A lot of RVs this size don't have a sink in the bathroom because there's just not a lot of room for it. So they give you an airplane style sink. I know it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but from a function standpoint, I would much rather have a spot to be able to wash my hands, be able to brush my teeth. I don't want to have to do all that at the kitchen sink, which again, in a floor plan that's this size, it's built like this, is such a common occurrence. Of course, we have our electrical outlet here. Some additional storage is always welcome. I can definitely load that up with some toilet paper. You'll see you have the big power vent fan up top to quickly get out any smells or moisture out of here. And when I take a step into the tub shower, it is a tub, by the way. So again, if you have littles, you can give them a bath, or a dog, right? Makes it nice and easy to wash. The other nice thing about a tub is because it has a higher wall, better chance for the curtain to stay in here. It's not going to, fall out and get water all over your floor. And at 6 foot tall, I can easily stand in here with the skylight, maybe be 6'2". You'll probably hit the top of it, but you can still stand up straight, which again, for an RV this size, is pretty impressive. All right, let's take a look at the outside of the 2025 Outback OBX 17BH. Again, this one is going to be right around 20.5 foot, nice and light. We'll go through and talk a little bit about that in just a minute. But I do want to start off with the fact this one does have a power tongue jack on here, which again, something not super common for an RV this size. Definitely makes it a lot easier to level front to back, as well as going to make it a lot easier to hook up and disconnect from your tow vehicle. Behind that, you'll have two 20-pound propane tanks with a cover. You also have enough space for 2 batteries there. I do like that it's built that way right from the factory. You can see that you have kind of diamond plating up front here, helping protect from rocks and debris that may get thrown up. And above that is going to be your 3/4 painted front cap. Looks a little more aggressive, kind of has like it comes to a nose right here. You also see that it has LED lights inlaid in there, but the fact that it's painted is great. We normally see that on fifth wheels, things like that. Definitely going to be a nice high-end finish. Coming around to the side, talk a little bit about pass-through storage. A couple things I really like here. One, the fact that it's slam latch and it has metal components, which means that it actually shuts like it should. It does have magnetic components as well, in the fact that it has a magnetic latch. But if we drop down in there, we can take a look at our nice big storage space. While it doesn't go all the way through, it is still quite big. You have a big door here. And if we take a look, we can see everything that this one kind of comes with, right? So you have tire monitoring system prep right there. You can also see that right next to that is going to be your USB-A and C outlet, so you can plug things in. Also has inverter prep, and you can see this one has the solar charge controller on there, so you have the solar panels. Again, just helping to kind of keep that battery topped off. If you plan on taking this thing, plan on going boondocking, having that solar system is fantastic. You'll see the MORryde step above steps. These are fold out. The top step does have a little bit bigger landing here, so it's a little bit easier when you're stepping out. Just have, again, just a little more control. Same thing with the grab handle here when heading in. You also see a tempered glass door on this one, which is not only beautiful, but something I really like is that it actually has a window right here, and you can hardly see it, right? It's kind of hidden, but you can see that window, and it has the thin shade in there, so you can close that, and it has that additional privacy, which is great. Making it back a little bit further, Talk about the wheels real quick. So this one does have the 235/75 15-inch wheels on aluminum alloy rims, and that is all going to be connected to the Dexter torsion axle, 5,100-pound weight rating on there. If you so choose, if you really want to take this thing off-road, you can upgrade to the Norco independent suspension as well. So that is going to be an option, but it does come with that torsion axle, which again, as I mentioned, is going to be an upgrade over your standard leaf springs. Just doesn't have as many metal components rubbing on each other, so less wear and tear. It also does have an easy lube hub, which does make things a little bit easier on the maintenance side. If you want an outside TV, you can connect those right there. And something I didn't mention inside, and I should have, but the windows here, on the back side of the shades, there's a reflective material. So again, not only do you have that 18,000 BTU AC in there, but also you're gonna have that reflective material on the windows to help keep heat out. This thing does great, especially when it's warm out. You can see the up top, we'll have the outside speaker. Then up above that is going to be our power awning with LED lights built into the arm itself. You also kind of have like an outside kitchen here. You have a rail system. This one comes with a griddle. You can put the griddle there. It's intended to hook up to that propane quick connect right down there. But if you have your own griddle, you have your own Blackstone you want to bring, or Coleman grill, by all means, bring it, hook it up, you're good to go. Also has an outside spray port right here, so you have some water access. Coming around to the back, this one does have a rear accessory hitch, so if you want bike rack back here, you can slide that in and be good to go. Right up top, a couple different things. This one has the on-the-go ladder prep, but it actually does come with the ladder. The ladder is inside. You will also see that this one has backup camera prep on there as well. Now, this is the door I mentioned earlier, where, like I said, this does open and we can lift up that bunk for great access. But as you can see, we're in a show setting, so unfortunately I can't open it to show you, but that is great for any additional items you want to bring. Again, this is that huge window where the dinette is. You can see that reflective backing a little bit better right here. And then over to the side, you will see this one not only has solar up on the roof, but it also has portable solar prep if you have like a briefcase style you want to add. And then, of course, as I mentioned, this one does have the tankless water heater as well. Now, if you really like this one, you're interested, and you want to know price and availability, there will be a link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and until next time, we'll see you.